Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be messing with the jet skis. Seen in my previous video the engine failure on this, but while we got the engine out of it, we're going to be doing some carburetor work. What we're doing is we're going to be switching from a choke setup to a primer setup, and then here we have the more common primer. And I thought it'd be fun to try this little rubber push ball one, just to try something different. And then we'll be installing these fittings and removing the choke butterfly, and it kind of cleans up the carburetor assembly and the engine bay. And they also have these like really fun lines. Blosian sells these fuel lines that are fun colored and transparent, so you can see fuel running through them. So I just thought that'd be fun. We also will be doing this setup on the factory Superjet, switching it over to the primer, and the primer goes right where the existing choke is. But we have a factory pipe on order for this one as well, so it'll be a pretty fun winter project if it comes in. Hopefully it does. Take off the top. Let's see this is our second carb. We've already done the first one, as you guys saw. You want to make sure you have like the best screwdriver possible for these little screws. They're super soft and they'll strip out real easy. So you get this is the best screwdriver that we found, and we're going to use this little, it's a grit that you add to the screwdriver, and it makes it easier to get the screw out. Grips it a little bit better. The first carb we did, we got one fully out, and then the other one snapped about halfway. So we had to do a little bit of grinding.
Just like it.
It did.
That one's,
Yeah.
you fast forwarding through that screw.
Yeah, so we have one came out good, the other one stripped out, and once they strip out even a little bit, they're pretty much shot. You can't use a screwdriver on it anymore. So we found that you use vice grips and an adjustable wrench to get the screw out the rest of the way.
Just like the other one.
Yeah, but I think this one's far enough out that we won't have the same problem. And I'm wrong. So as you can see, the one screw came out all the way and the other one snapped off and is protruding out just a little bit. So much so, though, that we can't pull the rod out. So we'll have to grind a little bit until it clears. So for that, I have to grind on this screw right here. We want to minimize or eliminate as much metal we can from getting into the carb. All right, now we're going to be putting the fittings on the carb. You can see on this one, we decided to put it on the outside, and that's what we're going to do on this, on the other opposite side as well. We're going to have both of the fittings with the where the fuel is going to be injected is going to be on the outside, and from the inside we have the block off fittings that we're going to be pressing in here. They were a little bit too snug that for us to feel comfortable pressing these in. So what we're going to do, and not crack the carburetor, so we're going to take a couple thousandths off of it before we press them in.
Just say red lock.
263 red Loctite. Well, we're looking pretty good. Waiting on the cylinder, and we did have a issue with the steering cable. We're going to get an OEM steering cable, and turns out that there's like a 200-day delay on receiving a steering cable. So we did go with a WSM steering cable. It's like a OEM, except just a little bit cheaper. That's how they roll, and that's what we were recommended by Pro Watercraft. And then another thing we did with this weekend, besides the carbs, is this connector, the stator connector. So like the entire wiring harness that connects to the engine is all right there. It's watertight. It's just a simple 6-pin connector. And it's a pretty neat setup. But yeah, if we can get that steering cable in, then we're actually going to try and get out this year before next year, and take it back out. Try it with the reported cylinder. So that'd be fun.